Howdy. Appropriate song for Dragon Age, really, isn't it?
I've been casing your joint for the best years of my life. Like the rock of your stone. When I'm hungry and when I'm cold. When I'm having it wrong or just getting old. Listen up, sweet child of mine, if I ain't got news for you. Nobody leaves this place alive, they'll die yet joining you.
Oh, right.
Was I muted?
And I'm off.
Legend of Calenhad, Chapter 2. With the allegiance of Mervyn, Calenhad began his rise. Some of Mervyn's allies had also pledged allegiance, most, of course, foolhardy. Boy Commoner was to lead them and become king. Over the years that followed, however, Calenhad would prove himself worthy of Mervyn's trust. With each victory, he won over more men to his command, and his reputation as a man of honor spread. Eventually, during his campaign against the lowland Banorn, he met his most infamous friend and companion, the vaunted warrior Lady Shayna. Calenhad married the famously beautiful daughter of Mervyn, Mairin, and his firm belief in the ways of the Chantry became the staple of his court. In a time when the Chantry was still new to the lands, and the courts following Andraste held the majority of the power of Ferelden, Calenhad began to solidify the nation as one in line with the other nations around it. This piety eventually run over to Calenhad, those faithful in Ferelden who had been waiting for such a leader. With Shayna at his side, Calenhad was unstoppable, and by 542 exalted, the war for Ferelden had come down to one final battle against the collected forces of Simeon, Teon of Denerim, and the most potent nobleman in the land. Calenhad persuaded the Circle of Magi to come to his aid, as well as the Ash Warriors, and in the Battle of White Valley, he famously defeated Teon Simeon and united the nation. During the battle, Simeon nearly killed Calenhad, but Lady Shayna intervened and took the wound for him, slaying Simeon. Calenhad was crowned king in Denerim that year, with Mairin as his queen, but he spent much of the months that followed nursing Lady Shayna back to health. King Calenhad's Ferelden was peaceful for a time, with the Chantry spreading quickly under the king's guidance. Everywhere the king and queen went, they were surrounded by cheering crowds. Common folk celebrated Calenhad as one of their own who had achieved the impossible, and trade opened up with many outside lands for the first time in Ferelden's existence. But as with many such golden ages, it was not to last. From The Legend of Calenhad by Brother Heron, Chantry Scribe 810 Blessed.
Huh.
This is your excuse. I will surrender my quarters. It's about money. I will hire the appropriate people. I will not graduate another student ignorant of weapons. Any ditch dagger can shove into his ribs. We teach them to append ridiculous glamours on parade arms, but they don't know simple steel. That is criminal. Enchanter Bergen. Well, someone let the dragonlings out. Who? Not locked. There's not really any point in giving this shit to Dog, is there? But you're at 100 and you're always at 100, so why not give you... Why not give that bone to Morrigan instead, who will actually gain approval from it? It's also much funnier.
And I'm off. It's your time to shine.
Win leveled up. Oh, there you are. I think a desire abomination would appear a bit more appealing.
And I'm off.
Ah, this is a room where the things appear. Yep, here's the things appearing. I didn't level up Sen. Or in fact Win, who's the person who actually leveled up. Morrigan now. And me. The one reason I kind of wish I had Awakening and could install, well, I've got it, I can install it, is you get all these unlocked from the start, so you you're only supposed to have to unlock them in any playthrough, and then you're supposed to have them in subsequent ones, I'm pretty sure, but it's like every playthrough is my first. Let's have a look at this healer preset. Dragon, Age, Origins, Tactics, preset. Love this. My favorite thing. Look how much of the site is not advert. How wonderful is that? Right, heal, cleansing aura. We got cleansing aura? That's that one, isn't it? Yep. Spell shield. Spell shield. Right, leveled everyone up. Just check. mine. You could actually...
Huh. It would seem we ones these demons enjoy tormenting.
This trick again? I know what you are. It won't work. I will stay strong.
Cullen, don't you recognize me?
Only too well. Ugh, how far they must have delved into my thoughts.
The boy is exhausted. And this cage, I've never seen anything like it. Rest easy. Help is here.
Ugh, enough visions. If anything in you is human, kill me now and stop this game. You broke the others, but I will stay strong for my sake. For theirs. Sifting through my thoughts, tempting me with the one thing I always wanted but could never have. Using my shame against me, my ill-advised infatuation with her. Ugh, a mage, of all things. I am so tired of these cruel jokes, these tricks, these...
I don't think I should be hearing this.
Silence! I'll not listen to anything you say. Now be gone! Still here. But that's always worked before. I close my eyes, but you are still here when I open them.
Tell me where the surviving mages are.
What others? What are you talking about?
Irving and the other mages who fought Uldred. Where are they?
They are in the harrowing chamber. The sounds coming up from there. Oh, Maker.
We must hurry. They are in grave danger, I am sure of it.
You can't save them. You don't know what they've become.
You can't just kill them all.
They've been surrounded by blood mages whose wicked fingers snake into your mind and corrupt your thoughts. You have to end it now, before it's too late.
You will not kill an innocent.
Are you really saving anyone by taking this risk? To ensure this horror is ended. To guarantee that no abominations or blood mages live, you must kill everyone up there.
I'd rather spare Maleficarum than risk harming an innocent.
Thank you. I knew you would make a rational decision.
Rational? How is this rational? Do you understand the danger?
I know full well the dangers of magic, but killing innocents because they might be Maleficarum is not justice. I know you are angry.
You know nothing. I am thinking about the future of the Circle, of Ferelden.
I want the blood of innocents on my hands.
I am just willing to see the painful truth, which you are content to ignore. Ah, but what can I do?
Yep, go back to
What
your
he
cage.
says makes sense. Do not discard it out of hand. These mages are out of control.
Not that simple, Sten.
Perhaps.
As you can see, I am in no position to directly influence your actions.
Correct.
Though I would love to deal with the mages myself.
Good. Good. Then he can't cause any trouble.
My cage is Uldred's doing, or one of his mages. Once they're dead, I will be free.
Stay safe, he'll be over soon.
No one ever listens. Not until it's far too late. Maker turn his gaze on you. I hope your compassion hasn't doomed us all.
And disapproves. Succeeded 5 difficult persuasion attempts. Well, let's go.
Do you accept the gift that I offer?
Ah, look what we have here. I remember you. Irving's star pupil. Uldred didn't think much of you then, and I certainly don't see your appeal now.
Well, if it isn't Sun Lee, the glorious strategist. I think I'd just kill you if that's alright with you.
Fight, if you must. It will just make my victory all the sweeter.
Don't forget the litany. It will thwart Uldred's attempts to control the mages and win this fight for us.
Don't say. Ah, Pride Demon. Litany of Adrala time. Bisting time. You know what? Put your swords on fire. Sword singular. Oops. 4. Oh, Litany of Adrala time. You killed all the abominations. Well done, Sten and Wynn and Morrigan. And Doggo. Where's Dog? Ah, going right at this little... I was going to say at his bollocks, but you're a bit low for that. You're literally biting his ankles. This is the second Pride Demon we ever face. Well, what? I guess face is not the right word. Meet. Ah. But the litany is in cooldown. The litany is very much in cooldown. That was close. Oh, he's dead. Oh. Was he the only thing keeping them alive?
Going.
Hey, 1 gold on him.
Oh, Maker. I'm too old for this.
Irving, are you all right?
I've been better. But I am thankful to be alive. I suppose that is your doing, isn't it, Wynn?
I wasn't alone. I had help.
I was surprised to see you standing there. But I am glad you have returned. The Circle owes both of you a debt we will never be able to repay. Come. The Templars await. We shall let them know that the tower is once again ours.
Okie
I need you to guide me down the stairs. Curse whoever insisted the Circle be housed in a tower.
Irving? Maker's breath. I did not expect to see you alive.
It is over, Gregor. Uldred is dead.
Uldred tortured these mages, hoping to break their wills and turn them into abominations. We don't know how many of them have turned.
What? Don't be ridiculous.
Of course he'll say that. He might be a blood mage. Don't you know what they did? I won't let this happen again.
I am the Knight Commander here, not you.
Well, what does the Knight Commander think then?
We have won back the tower. I will accept Irving's assurance that all is well.
But they may have demons within them, lying dormant, lying in wait.
Enough! I have already made my decision. Thank you. You have proven yourself a friend of both the Circle and the Templars.
What about the Darkspawn? I require aid.
I promised you aid, but with the Circle restored, my duty is to watch the mages. They are free to help you, however. Speak to them.
Okay.
Yes, Irving. For now, I will have to oversee a sweep of the tower. There may be some survivors, and we should do our best to tend to them. Please excuse me. And Irving, it is good to have you back.
I'm sure we'll be at each other's throats again in no time. Here we are, the tower in disarray, the Circle nearly annihilated. Oh, it could have been much, much worse. I am glad you arrived when you did. It's almost as though the Maker himself sent you.
It was the Blight that drove me here to seek aid.
The least we can do is help you against the Darkspawn. I would hate to survive this, only to be overcome by the Blight.
What about the tower? Don't you have to stay here?
We will do what we can for now. But if the Blight spreads, the tower itself will be lost. Stopping the Blight is more important. You have my word. As first enchanter, the Circle will join the Grey Wardens in the fight.
Irving, I have a request. I seek leave to follow the Grey Warden.
When we need you here, the Circle needs you.
I appreciate the sentiment, Irving. But the Circle will do fine without me. The Circle has you. This woman is brave and good, and capable of great things. If she will accept my help, I will help her accomplish her goals.
You can come with me if you really want to.
You were never one to stay in the tower when there was adventure to be had elsewhere.
Why stay when I can be of service elsewhere?
Then I give you leave to follow the Grey Warden. But know that you always have a place here. There is much to be done here, and I must go. You must forgive me for not being a proper host.
Understand. Till we meet again.
When the time comes, we will stand beside you.
Magic sympathizer.
You really killed all those abominations? I didn't think it was possible. I thought we'd all die here. I'm sure you need supplies after that, don't you?
Yeah, sure. Right, let's go back to camp.
I have been studying Mother's grimoire. Do you wish to hear what I have found?
Ooh, do tell.
'Tis not what I expected. I had hoped for a collection of her spells, a map of the power that she commands. But this is not it.
Yet you look disturbed.
Disturbed? Yes, perhaps that is the right word. One thing in particular within her writings disturbs me. Here, in great detail, Flemeth explains the means by which she has survived for centuries.
Let me guess, drinks blood, eats children.
That is closer to the truth than you might think. Flemeth has raised many daughters over her long lifetime. There are stories of these many witches of the wilds throughout chastened legend, yet I have never seen a one, and always wondered why not. And now I know. They are all Flemeth. When her body becomes old and wizened, she raises a daughter, and when the time is right, she takes her daughter's body for her own.
Why would she risk sending you with me?
I do not know. Perhaps 'tis as she said, the Darkspawn threaten her as much as they threaten anyone else. Or perhaps she believes that this journey will make me more powerful. According to the tome, if the host is already powerful and trained in magic, it takes far less time for Flemeth to settle in.
What do you intend to do about it?
There is only one possible response to this. Flemeth needs to die. I will not sit about like an empty sack waiting to be filled. Flemeth must be slain, and I need your help to do it.
Very well. I'll help you if I can.
Then what needs to be done is for you to go back to Flemeth's hut in the Kakari Wilds without me. If I am present when she is slain, I cannot be certain that she will not be able to possess my body right then, so I must remain at the camp. Confront her and slay her quickly. I doubt she will truly be dead even then, but it will take her years to find a new host and recover her power, if that is even possible. The thing I must have is her true grimoire. With it, I can defend against her power in the future. Everything else in her hut is yours.
I'll see what I can do.
I am grateful. The sooner this can be done, the sooner it will set my mind at ease.
I'm going to take a quick break before... We're not going to kill Flemeth today. We've got a lot of leveling up before we take on Flemeth, because she is one of the toughest fights in the game. But I will be back in a few minutes. See you then.
Soul I can trust. I'm coming home.
The Circle of Magi stands ready to assist, Grey Warden, as do the Templars of the Chantry.
They will work together?
The sincerity of your cause has drawn them together under a common banner. It would not have happened otherwise.
Oh, it's been a long day. Rest would be welcome.
You alright?
Yes, of course. I am just a little weary. As you may have noticed, I'm no spring chicken.
There's still some life in those old bones yet, I bet.
Thank you. You're very kind to say so. But in all honesty, I do not know how many years I have left in me. I have lived for such a long time, but there is always something else to do. And I have to keep going in order to do it. I think I will be glad when I am done.
She'll be kicking around for years yet.
Oh, I don't know. I really don't. Have you encountered many abominations, apart from the ones in the Circle Tower?
No, they were the first.
The first time I saw an abomination, my blood turned to ice. It was months before the nightmares stopped. It was the knowledge that I could easily become one of them that frightened me the most.
Seeing the monster that you could be is unsettling, yes.
One slip. All it takes is one slip, and everything you are is simply gone. Replaced by madness. And there is no turning back. Or at least that's what they say.
You have doubts?
Of late, I have begun to wonder if there is any way an abomination can be cured. Or if a mage could be so possessed and still retain their sanity. Their humanity.
One retains one's humanity, one is not an abomination.
Yes, it is madness and cruelty that define abominations. If those are lacking, if the mage remembers the person they truly are, then they are not an abomination. I never saw that. Thank you for showing me another way of looking at it. Irving told me about how you became a Grey Warden, and that unpleasant incident that occurred prior to your departure from the Circle.
I stand by the decision I made.
Yes, I'm sure you do, and I respect that. Irving told me he was relieved Duncan was still willing to recruit you. But that aside, you're a Grey Warden now, and perhaps I presume too much by saying this, but the Circle is proud of you.
If I was there, perhaps I could have prevented. That's a pretty presumptuous thing to say. Oh, straight out of apprenticeship. I'm grateful I can use my gift for something good.
You are a true child of the Circle. Raw power tempered with learning, wisdom, and the desire to serve others. Sometimes it gives me comfort to think that everything will end up the way it's supposed to. That it will be all right. You were chosen. You survived the joining when others did not. Perhaps it was meant to be. I must ask, what does being a Grey Warden mean to you?
I suppose it's about killing as many Darkspawn as possible.
There's that, of course. But there's more to being a Grey Warden than killing Darkspawn and saving the world from the Blight. Ultimately, being a Grey Warden is about serving others. About serving all people, whether elves or dwarves or men.
You mean I serve as a protector?
As a Grey Warden, you are a guardian of men, and you guard them because their continued existence is more important than you are. Thus it is you who serves, not they.
I wish I could be served. I'll keep that in mind.
A good king, a true king who cares for his land, uses his power to rule firmly but fairly. He serves his people first and foremost. The king who does not do this, who believes that he is entitled to his power, who abuses it and uses it for his own means, is a tyrant.
Many kings are tyrants.
And the country suffers for it. If you live apart from others, and your actions affect only you, then you may do as you wish. But if you have power, influence, and strength, your every action will be as a drop of water in a clear, still pond. The drop causes ripples, and ripples spread. Think of how far they will go, how wide they will become, how will they affect the pond. But I've lectured enough for today. I should stop before I wear out my welcome.
Many rivers flow into the sea.
Is there something you need?
Bit of Christopher for you. Why do you want to stay in the tower?
The Circle is in good hands. Irving knows what to do, and he doesn't need me underfoot. For now, I will support those that battle the Darkspawn. I do feel I left things unfinished in Ostagar. There is so much left to do, and I would be part of it.
I'm glad for your company.
The Grey Wardens, all 2 of you, need all the help you can get. I will see this through to the bitter end, and after that, if I am still left standing, then I will return to the Circle.
I'm sure you'll be able to return if you so choose.
Perhaps. Is there something you need?
Tell me about the Circle.
I will answer to the best of my ability.
It's been a while since I left the tower.
It has been almost a year, hasn't it? Do you miss the tower at all?
I'm glad to be rid of the place.
I see. You can take a mage out of the Circle, but you can't take the Circle out of the mage. Or so Irving used to say. He was joking, but there is some truth to the statement. A mage never really leaves the Circle, and for the rest of your life you will be seen as a Circle mage.
I'm a Grey Warden now.
But you will always be a mage, especially in the eyes of others. You represent both mages and Grey Wardens, and your actions may reflect well or badly on both groups. Remember that.
I'll do what's right. I don't care what people think.
That is commendable, but one's principles are often subtly influenced by others, though you may be unconscious of it. The only thing one can do is to be aware that this is a possibility, and ask yourself often why you do what you do. Oh, but listen to me go on. You start a conversation, and I just run away with it, don't I?
Oh, run so much as hobble. Glad you take the time to counsel me.
I've been mentoring apprentices for so long, it's become something I do unconsciously. I don't know if I could stop even if I wanted to.
Wind disapproves.
Is there something you need? I will answer to the best of my ability.
It feels really stupid for me, a mage, to ask how she becomes a mage.
Yes. Well, here I am.
Your dog is filthy. I can smell him 50 yards off.
Good. He'll fell our enemies with his stench.
That may be so, but all the same, I would like your permission to bathe him.
He is getting a bit smelly.
Excellent. I will get my soaps, and the dog shall have his bath after supper.
What do you need? Ask away. Such as they are. About the Grey Wardens, anyhow. Fair enough. What do you need? Ask away. I suppose I could. But I really would rather not. When the Grand Cleric let Duncan recruit me, she made me swear never to reveal Templar secrets outside of the Chantry. I'd rather not go back on my word.
Fine.
Ask me later, perhaps. Maybe I'll change my mind. This is not something small you're asking, after all.
But imagine the implications of teaching Templar secrets.
Yes.
The Sten of the Barasad.
Speak, then. Then I suggest we move on. I am hardly surprised. Very well. As you wish.
Does she have anything else to say apart from Flemeth?
I await your command.
Life in the wilds must have been lonely.
At times, perhaps. A world full of people and buildings and things was all very foreign to me. If I wished companionship, I ran with the wolves and flew with the birds. If I spoke, 'twas to the trees.
Sounds wonderful.
For a time. But one can only remain a child for so long.
Oh,
I
yeah.
recall the first time I crept beyond the edge of the wilds. I did so in animal form, remaining in the shadows and watching these strange townsfolk from afar. I happened upon a noblewoman by her carriage, adorned in sparkling garments the likes of which I had never before seen. I was dazzled. This, to me, seemed what true wealth and beauty must be. I snuck up behind her and stole a hand mirror from the carriage. 'Twas encrusted in gold and crystalline gemstones, and I hugged it to my chest with delight as I sped back to the wilds.
Can't imagine Flemeth was pleased.
She was not. Flemeth was furious with me. I was a child and had not yet come into my full power, and I had risked discovery for the sake of a pretty bauble. To teach me a lesson, Flemeth took the mirror and smashed it upon the ground. I was heartbroken.
Flemeth was right, no doubt.
Beauty and love are fleeting and have no meaning. Survival has meaning. Power has meaning. Without those lessons, I would not be here today, as difficult as they might have been.
Survival and power are also fleeting. They made you stronger, didn't they?
They did indeed. To return to your original question, perhaps my time in the wilds was indeed lonely, but such was how it had to be. I find myself at times wondering what might have become of the girl with the beautiful golden mirror, but such fantasies have no place amidst reality. I await your command. So, full of questions, are you? I await your command. We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
That's for Shale. Ogren. Alistair.
I could get used to this, you know.
The Rosewall appears to be a book about a woman named Lady Talia Leon and a tempestuous romance with the arrogant Chevalier Garin.
A generous gift. Thank you ever so. I am grateful. 'Tis thoughtful indeed.
Full flat white stone with a gold rune card onto it.
I could get used to this, you know.
Leliana likes chantry shit. Similar to the ones worn by members of the chantry, the carving of the amulet depicts Andraste's undying flame.
Oh, how dear of you. Thank you so much.
And the only thing here that is alcoholic that is not for Uldred is wine for Wynn.
A generous gift. Thank you. I await your command. So, full of questions, are you?
That didn't make you like me enough to do any more dialogue.
Did you always live in an alienage? Was it very terrible?
I had my family. There was joy there too.
That is good to hear. I have never been to the Denerim alienage, but I hear that life is hard and there is so much squalor. In Orlais, most Alvan servants live in the homes of their masters, often in great wealth and luxury.
I'd rather live free and squalor than be a slave.
They are serfs. There is no slavery in Orlais.
It's the same thing.
Elven servants are well compensated for their services. Some of them live richer lives than humans. A well-trained elven servant is highly valued in Orlais. They are nimble and dexterous, and many people find them pleasing to look at.
Like a prize-winning animal.
No, I did not mean it that way. Oh, my words were clumsily chosen. I did not mean to offend. I am sorry.
I'm Elven. But more than that, I'm a person.
Of course. I am sorry if I implied otherwise. Thank you. You have given me a lot to think about. Have I ever told you I really like the way you wear your hair?
Eliana, was that your attempt at flirting? Not this, I mean the bit about the elven serfs. Yeah, thank you.
It's very nice, and it suits you. Simple. Not like the elaborate hairstyles we wore in Orlais. They involved flowers, ribbons, jewels. One year, feathers were all the rage, and Lady Elise decided she needed to outdo everyone else, and actually wore live songbirds in her voluminous hair. The chirping was quite charming for a while, but you must realize, terrified little birdies often have loose bowels.
Dear Maker!
Yes, you can imagine what she looked like by the end of the evening. But I was trying to say something nice to you, wasn't I? Oh, forgive me. My mind wanders so. It's just that I feel so comfortable talking to you. Like I could say anything and you wouldn't judge me.
I'd literally just judged you. I do like the way you ramble.
You see? This is what I mean. You're such a pleasure to talk to. I haven't felt this close to anyone in a long time. I really enjoy your company.
You offer? Wait, hang on. You're a treasured friend. You often enjoy the company of other women. I think you're getting the wrong idea. Enough of that. Talk my hair some more. The only one here that's not shooting her down is asking her if she regularly enjoys the company of other women.
And what would you do if I said I do? Very much so, in fact.
I bet. I might giggle, maybe look coy.
Huh? You must do that then. Perhaps later when I'm not prepared for it. Surprise me. Come then, let's get going. If I recall correctly, you have some important earth-shattering business to attend to.
I just want to point out, the first conversation we had with her, we asked if her fruit was forbidden.
Yes? Something you need?
I'd like to talk to you about something.
Yes?
Something.
What's on your mind?
Why did you decide to move to Ferelden? To come to Ferelden?
My mother was from Denerim, and I consider myself a Ferelden. Mother served an Orlesian noblewoman who lived here when Orlais ruled. When Orlais was defeated and the common folk began to resent the presence of any Orlesian, the lady returned to Orlais. She took my mother with her. I was born in Orlais and did not set foot in Ferelden till much later. Mother was always telling me stories of her homeland. I think she missed it.
Why did she leave Ferelden?
She had served Cecily, the Lady Cecily, for many years and was loyal to her. Cecily was a good person. She was always kind to me. Mother died when I was very young. Lady Cecily let me stay with her. I had no one else. She was quite old then, and she had me study music and dance to entertain her. It is unfair that I have more memories of Cecily than my mother.
Do you remember nothing of your mother?
Strangely, the only thing I really remember of Mother was her scent. She kept dried flowers in her closet amongst her clothes. Small white Ferelden wildflowers with a sweet fragrance. Mother called them Andrastis Grace. They were very rare in Orlais. But enough about that. Let us move on. Yes? Something you need? Yes? What's on your mind?
Do you miss anything about Orlais?
I miss Val-Royeaux. Unlike other cities where the people are the lifeblood and the character, Val-Royeaux was her own person, and her people little more than decorations. There was always music in Val-Royeaux, streaming from the many windows, quiet refrains and triumphant choruses, and always, floating above that all, the chant, coming from the Grand Cathedral. It was magnificent.
Sounds wonderful.
Oh, it would take me a day or two to talk about the many splendors of Orlais, her golden fields, her lush meadows. Of course, there are good things and bad things about Orlais, like anywhere else. Sometimes I miss it dearly, and sometimes I'm glad I'm rid of it. And you will laugh at this, but I miss the fine things I had in Orlais.
I will laugh at this, will I? Remember that bit in Inquisition where we go to Val-Royeaux and it's literally a square with the fountain in the middle? What sorts of things?
Dresses, fine dresses and furs, and shoes, of course. One can't mingle with nobility with bad shoes, you see. Orlais is very fashionable, almost ridiculously so.
Almost.
But the shoes, living with those ridiculous trends was worth it for the shoes.
Shoes are shoes, there to keep your feet dry.
Well, yes, but that's not all they're for.
We are
When I left
so
Orlais,
Ferelden.
the fashion was shoes with delicate tapered heels and embellishments in the front. A ribbon, perhaps, or embroidery. In soft colors, of course. It was spring.
Wouldn't that be hard to walk in?
I wouldn't want to run in it, or have to enter battle, but for lounging in a lady's sitting room, perfect. The shoes made in Orlais were exquisite. Not at all like these clunky fur-lined leather boots you have in Ferelden. Ugh, just look at them.
They're comfortable. And they keep the cold out.
They're sturdy shoes, but sometimes a girl just wants to have pretty feet. Oh, I could talk about shoes all day, But we have things to do, don't we?
Yeah.
Yes? Something you need? Yes? What's on your mind?
I've heard that in Orlais, minstrels are often spies.
Where did you hear this?
Someone told me this a long time ago.
And you believe everything you hear? Not all minstrels are spies. Most are just singers and storytellers. But some of them are what we call bards.
And the bards are spies.
Bards are minstrels and more. Spies, as you say. Some say there is a bard order, but I don't think this is true. Many bards work alone or in small groups, doing the bidding of a patron who pays for their services. If there is an organization behind it all, no one knows who they are.
What sort of services does a bard offer?
What do you think? They infiltrate, steal, sometimes assassinate. It depends on the bard. In Orlais, there is much rivalry amongst the highborn. They fight over land, influence, and the favor of the Empress. But they cannot do this openly because it is impolite. And in public, they wear smiling faces and pretend to be civil. In secret, they plot and scheme to destroy each other. It is a game completely meaningless to anyone but its players.
You were a bard, weren't you?
I have revealed too much, it seems. But it doesn't matter what I used to be. It is the past.
Why were you living as a cloister sister in rural Ferelden?
I found myself in Ferelden and sheltered from bad weather in the Chantry. And when the storm passed, I just did not want to leave. I like to say the Maker brought me here. Yes? Something you need? Yes? What's on your mind?
Something on your mind? Of course.
If you were raised in the Chantry, have you... What changed about you after the joining?
You mean other than
you can ask me
becoming a
about
Grey
sex
Warden?
later. You've been a Grey Warden longer than I have.
You know, I asked Duncan this too, and all I got was, "You'll see."
He wouldn't tell you.
Oh, it's not that Duncan wants to keep it a secret. It's just that the Grey Wardens don't discuss it much. I gather it's not a pleasant topic. The first change I noticed was an increase in appetite. I used to get up in the middle of the night and raid the castle larder. I thought I was starving. I'd slurp down every dinner like it was my last. My face all covered in gravy. When I'd look up, the other Grey Wardens would stare, then laugh themselves to tears.
I haven't felt anything like that.
Really? Because I was watching you wolf down food the other day, and I thought, ooh, it's a good thing she gets a lot of exercise.
What can I say? I'm a growing girl.
I'll say. I didn't mean it like that. No, don't hit me. I bruise easily. Oh, and then there were the nightmares. Duncan said it was part of how we sense the Darkspawn. We tap into their, well, I don't know what you call it, their group mind. And when we sleep, it's even worse. You learn to block it out after a while, but at first it's hard. It's supposed to be worse for those who join during a blight. How is it for you?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Some people never have much trouble, but that's rare. Others have trouble sleeping their entire life. They're just more sensitive, I suppose. Everyone ends up the same, though. Once you reach a certain age, the real nightmares come. That's how a Grey Warden knows his time has come.
His time?
Oh, that's right. We never had time to tell you that part, did we? Well, in addition to all the other wonderful things about being a Grey Warden, You don't need to worry about dying from old age. You've got 30 years to live, give or take. The taint, it's a death sentence. Ultimately, your body won't be able to take it. When the time comes, most Grey Wardens go to Orzammar and die in battle rather than waiting. It's tradition.
How cheery.
And you wondered why we kept the joining a secret from the new recruits. There you have it.
Feel betrayed. This is wrong.
You think if we asked for volunteers that Grey Wardens would exist? Maybe a few. You wouldn't be here. Neither would I, probably. And the Blight needs to be stopped. You know, Duncan... he started having the nightmares again. He told me that in private. He said it wouldn't be long before he'd go to Orzammar himself. I guess he got what he wanted. I just wish it had been something worthy of him.
You'll be remembered, Alistair, as will the others.
I know. Ending the Blight should make this all worthwhile, right?
Alistair disapproves.
Yes. I am hardly surprised. Very well. As you wish.
Oops. Then. You don't have the strength for that. I like the saw sword, but not enough damage. Everyone.
Something you need? I'm sure either my boy or I can help you out. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
I should remember to use... I only got 2 gold. I need to get some money. Tell you what, should I...
Are you sure I can't interest you in it?
Gonna take a quick break and then we'll start. Let's go to Redcliffe next. Yeah, let's do that.
so much unfinished business, all sticky with desire, breaking through the empty shells of all the rockets we fired. Set the navigation for the earth all warm and wet, and as the longing drops away, the compass is reset. Ah, there's so much to aim for. You can shoot at the sun, but all of it just comes and goes. There's only so much can be done. Time slips in the mirror. As an old man, I was born, but I've grown to be a baby with a halo and a home. Burn up like a lightning bolt, all gone within a flash. You look around to find a home where the asteroid won't
Hi again.
crash. Ah, there's so much.
Have anything else I can use? No. Get rid of the Litany Vidrala now. Let's see who we're taking with us.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yes.
I bring word, sire. There are demands from the Banorn that you step down from the Regency. They are said to be gathering their forces, as are your allies. It appears it will be civil war after all, despite the Darkspawn. Pity. I also have an interesting report. There seem to be Grey Wardens who survived Ostagar. How, I don't know. But they will act against you. I have arranged for a solution, with your leave.
The Antivan Crows send their regards.
An assassin?
Against Grey Wardens, we will need the very best, sire.
And the most expensive.
Just get it done.
fellow traveler of the fair lands. Are you a seeker, perchance? My packs are light, but I have a tome of strange origin. The Deus V Eternus, rumored to be the last message to a sinful world from the Maker himself.
Did you sell a few copies of the Mage Tower?
I have no idea what you're talking about, and neither do these large men carrying swords. Get them!
How did I get myself into this?
You want... I'm gonna say 2 decks and a cunning. More remember, critical chance, critical damage. Oh, you need 20 dexterity as well. Oh, bugger.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I, should probably have told you earlier.
Right, what's on your mind?
I told you before how Al Eamon raised me, right? That my mother was a serving girl at the castle and he took me in? The reason he did that was because... well... because my father was King Marek. Which made Kaelin my... half-brother, I suppose.
I'll make you the heir to the throne. You had to tell me this before. So you're not just a bastard, but a royal bastard.
Ha! Yes, I guess it does at that. I should use that line more often. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
You still should have told me.
You're right, I should have. It's brought me nothing but problems, to be honest. At any rate, that's it. That's what I had to tell you. I thought you should know about it.
So, you're the heir to the throne, then?
Let's hope not. I'm the son of a commoner and a Grey Warden to boot. It was made very clear to me early on that there was no room for me raising any rebellions or such nonsense. And that's fine by me. Now, if there's an heir to be found, it's Arl Eamon himself. He's not of royal blood, but he is Kaelin's uncle, and more importantly, very popular with the
Eamon
people.
cares about
No.
bullshit like blood.
If he's really as sick as we've heard... Oh, no, I don't want to think about that. I really don't. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
And you're here with me, I think I'm the lucky one. That's not really what you think, is it?
No, I suppose not. At least I have a chance to make things right. And I'm not alone.
As you command, my liege.
Yes? Something you need?
You know this place.
Redcliffe? I know little of it except that it is the domain of the Earl of Redcliffe. Redcliffe? I wonder how the name came to be. Is the clay here red? There are places in this world where the clay is a bright, strange red, and often, in the legends of such places, it is the red of blood. The blood of 1,000 men slaughtered in battle, or that of an innocent, unjustly slain. It stains the land that it may never be forgotten. Perhaps Redcliffe has one such tale. But I do not know it. Yes? Something you need? Yes? What's on your mind?
Nothing. When you make a poison?
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
What do you mean? Is there a problem?
So you don't know? Has nobody out there heard?
I've heard Arl Eamon is sick, if that's what you mean.
He could be dead for all we know. Nobody's heard from the castle in days. We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying. We've no army to defend us. No Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead. And those left are terrified they're next.
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
You said monsters.
I don't rightly know. I'm sorry, nobody does. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
Ban Tegan, Arl Eamon's brother. He's here.
Yes. It's not far. if you'll come
Who
with
is this romantic gun?
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They are obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the Arl.
I remember you, Ban Tegan, though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud? Alistair? It is you, isn't it? You're alive! This is wonderful news.
Still alive, yes. Though not for long if Ten Loghain has anything to say about it.
Indeed. Loghain would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew, amongst other things.
You don't believe Loghain's lies?
What, that he pulled his men in order to save them? That Cailan risked everything in the name of glory? Hardly. Loghain calls the Grey Wardens traitors, murderers of the king. I don't believe it. It is an act of a desperate man. So you are a Grey Warden as well. A pleasure to meet you. I wish it were under better circumstances. You're here to see my brother? Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
What evil things are you talking about?
Some call them the Walking Dead, decomposing corpses returning to life with a hunger for human flesh. They hit again the next night. Each night they come, with greater numbers. With Cailan dead and Loghain starting a war over the throne, no one responds to my urgent calls for help. I have a feeling tonight's assault will be the worst yet. Alistair, I hate to ask, but I desperately need the help of you and your friends.
It isn't just up to me. Though the Grey Wardens don't stand much chance against Loghain without Arl Eamon.
Of course we'll help.
There are no Darkspawn here, and nothing to gain. It is a fool's errand.
There's a chance to rescue the owl. We have to try.
Perhaps.
Thank you. Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
On my way.
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Yes, that approves.
I'm scared, Mother. When are the bad men coming?
Soon, darling. Don't worry. Everything will be all right.
Look.
Going.
Where's Father? Why can't we go home?
I'm so scared, Father. What are we going to do?
Silence, girl. Do you want the children to hear you?
But night is coming. The monsters will return and we sit here and wait for them.
We have no choice. We must pray and hope for the Maker's compassion.
I just hope everything will be all right. So many have already died. Sorry. Am I bothering you? I'll try to be more quiet.
Good, I'll leave you to your sniveling. You alright? Why are you crying?
Those things dragged my mother away. I don't know what happened to her, but I hear her screaming all the time. Everywhere.
How terrible. You poor thing. I wish there was something we could do to help.
And now my brother Bevan, he ran off. I don't know where he is. I'm so scared they got him too.
Alright. We'll look for him.
You will? Thank you so much. Please find him.
And we are going to, but tomorrow, because it is midnight. Let's exit. And let's drop you off somewhere. Here we are. Right, what have we got? Use online. Ah. So many. Right. So we're going to drop you off on Nerdy Senpai, who will be playing Veilguard later, but the moment is just chatting. So let's do that now. And on joystick, the joystick side of things, look. Ah, Mai is just starting. Let's drop you off on Mai. Oh. So yeah, good night, and I will see you tomorrow, where we will do a bit more of Redcliffe Village, maybe even win a fight. Who knows? We'll find out tomorrow. Ah, I can't drop it. I can't raid Nerdy Senpai. One sec. Twitch folks. Let's raid Jambo. Raid. Right. This one seems to be working. Right. Proper raid now. See ya. Bye.